Well, guys, you guys kind of got a glare, huh? Anyways, what's going down? Well, I slept 2 hours and 23 minutes last night. And I looked at that report and photos until I was blue in the face. I guess you could go a bunch of different ways about the report. I guess it could go in a direction where everything looks staged, because it does. Some of the guns are on top of debris. Some of the photos don't match previous ones that they're showing. The door looks just totally different. In the report it says like 34 rounds or 35 rounds went through the door, but it turned into 200 impacts down the hall. I don't know, guys. It's kind of weird. But one of my subscribers said, can't think of your name right now, or I'd say, but they go, if Mary Lou Danley's fingerprints were on the mags, doesn't that put her in the room because of all the empty boxes of ammo? It looks like the mags were loaded there. But another thing I don't get, why so many guns? I mean, if you're going there, let's just say, if you're going there to shoot up the crowd and you got 5,000 rounds, I mean, shit, what do you guys need? Only 10 guns at the most? Like, if they get hot, failures, have a 100-round mag in each one, that's already 1,000 rounds just in 10 guns. I mean, seems like a lot of guns just to go do that and then shoot yourself in the mouth. Either this thing is really fishy, or it's really like cut and dry. And you know, I think some people already came to the conclusion, you know what, that report did it for them, and that was like it. Now I was almost leaning that way yesterday, and then this morning I'm like, I still don't. I'm leaning like more towards like the pictures don't add up to what they're saying. It doesn't add up to the pictures from before. And then it says that they rolled Paddock over to check for identification, and I don't know. But why so many guns? I don't get it. I guess it brought a new light to how many guns, instead of just saying 23. And then you look at the pictures, there's guns everywhere. Like, just thrown everywhere. Like, if it was me, I'd have things kind of set up in a manner where it'd be easy to grab, set down, reload kind of deal. Have them kind of pre-staged. So maybe that's what that chair was for. Maybe those were the guns that hadn't been shot yet. Those two chairs pushed together. I mean, I don't know. All this is just good questions. I kind of thinking how Lombardo acted during that thing. It was like he was mad. He was mad that he had to do that. And it's like he almost was mad to do it, but he had to distance himself from the FBI. So I don't know if he's mad because like people were getting close to the truth, and you know, people were knocking the department, but it was really the FBI that was in on it, not Joe, kind of deal. And so he said, well, let me come out with this report and, you know, calm the community and country, you know. I don't know. But his mouth looks dry. I mean, he just looks like fumbled for words. And if that's a report that you kind of help write or whatever, don't you think? Or even if you're going to go do a press conference, read it over a couple times so you don't sound like an idiot. I mean, I hate reading, but I'm a great reader. That doesn't sound like Joe can read very well. And maybe that's not his fault. Maybe he's not the one that came up with that report. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I think there's still a lot of stuff to figure out. It says that there was a circular glass cutter. I mean, if you have 23 guns, what in the hell do you need a circular glass cutter for? I guess in the one picture where they're showing Paddock and that other original table in there that had the note and the tape and the box cutter or whatever it was. Let's just say it was a box cutter because they said that was in the room. But it's not there in the picture. It's kind of weird. Why move shit? I don't know. I'm still on this, guys. I'm still trying to figure it out. That was a lot of info to go through. And every time I've read that thing, I don't know how many times. I almost know some of it by heart. But he was traveling, I mean, back and forth like crazy, they say. People were seeing him drive around Mesquite. But where's the video? I want some video. 23 guns is a lot of guns. It's way more than he needed. It was, you know, almost triple of what he needed. So why? Why do the extra sneaking around? Why do the extra planning? Maybe it wasn't him the only one. Because they said there's going to be charges brought federally on somebody that they're looking at, and it's not going to be Mary Lou Danley. I'm just wondering, I'm not like dead set on the child porn thing, but I'm just wondering why they threw it in there. It's not like I would just be totally focused on child porn. I mean, I'm not saying that child porn is not a big deal because it's crazy, but what the hell? Is that how Bruce got arrested? Like, this thing answered questions, but it brought up a lot too. So, yeah, some of the things that like Campos said in the report is different than what he said. The door does not match up. In one picture, they show it together. The next picture looks like somebody kicked it in and broke it in half after it was breached. I don't know. Weird. You guys buy that snorkel tube? I'm thinking if this guy's up there just wanting to hammer down and do all this destruction, I don't think he'd be worried about breathing that stuff. I mean, a lot of people like that smell. Nothing like fresh gunpowder in the morning. But you guys help me out with some research. Go through it. Let me know what you guys think. And I really feel like some of the people are going to keep going on, like, you know, crazy aspects of it. On, you know, shooters everywhere and ISIS. And for the bigger people that are doing it, I think it would just be it would be too hard just to go with the different route now because they're so far into it. And people that follow them are in that same way of thinking. So it would like totally change their channel. And for people like me that are just doing it to try to figure things out, it doesn't matter to me. But to somebody big who's got a lot of subscribers and they're, you know, they have this theory and ideology and, you know, since the beginning, and it doesn't end up being that way, they're kind of screwed, right? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So, hammer down, guys. Farmers for truth. I'll catch you guys on the next one.